Hey, I'm Andrew Henge, Director of Client Services here at Bohlsen Group, back with another webcast, an edition of Bohlsen Briefs, the show that's not so much about underwear, but about tips and best practices for your communications and the communications at your organizations. Joining us today is Mandy Bray, who is our Chief Copywriter here at the agency. So I'm going to give you one guess. They're sitting at your computers. What we're talking about today. It's going to be about writing and words, and in particular, words that we need to avoid because we're really big in communications and marketing on authenticity and differentiation, right? Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, there's some words that people glom onto that make everyone sound alike and really hurt our ability to differentiate. So common mistakes or words overused. Talk about this phrase you have here, cutting your darlings.
Yeah, so cutting your darlings is something that we like to call taking a stab at your writing when you edit it through and taking out words that really don't add anything, even if you think they sound good or you just like it. And the most common culprit here is adjectives. People like to add an adjective just to say, oh, I want to make this a little bit stronger. I want to make it sound better. Right. We are the leading company
you have
that
the
does
reverse
this.
effect.
Yeah.
Because this says this in the script, folks. Consumers, especially millennials, have good BS meters. We don't want those to go off when they're reading about us and what we do.
No.
Okay, so let's talk about some of these words and phrases. This first set has to do with services and products. So when you're talking about your services and the things you provide, your clients, your volunteers, your customers, whoever it may be, there's a few that we absolutely have to avoid. Go through those.
Yeah, so companies often like to say that their product is unique, groundbreaking, innovative, out of the box. While that may be true or may not be true, before you use that,
I think we've
stop.
used that before talking about
I'm sure we have.
Okay.
But before you use that, stop and think, is that really true or is it hype? Am I exaggerating a little bit? Right. If you're a journalist and you're looking at a lot of press releases and they're all saying, oh, this is the most groundbreaking product ever, they are going to make the decision from what they're seeing on what is unique and what's groundbreaking.
BS meter. Can we get a BS meter animation? I have to go talk to the creative team about that. Okay, second set, staff. So terms that when we're writing maybe in the voice of a president or a CEO that we want to avoid. Mm-hmm.
So it's common if you're writing a quote for an executive to say, oh, I'm really proud to announce this. I'm excited. I'm delighted. You're expressing that you're happy. You're proud of something, which is a nice sentiment, but it's kind of homogeneous, doesn't stand out, and doesn't make an emotional connection with your audience. So what really would connect is to go into the motivation behind what you're announcing, the new product, new service, and really make that emotional connection, showing part of your CEO beyond I'm happy.
Last set of words really is about speaking to the customer, and it's this idea that we're trying to convince them of something, but maybe not the right thing. So what are those words for customers we need to avoid?
Yes. So at some point, every company will describe themselves as leading, as world-class, as perhaps effective for a product or service. While that may be true, customers want to come to this conclusion on their own. And it's more effective when they do that from you sticking to the facts. So if you can say, we won this award, we have this many customers, or saying, we've made a difference in this community. So show rather than tell that you are the leading in your field.
So we can improve our communications by taking the extra time. So you talk about not taking the easy road. I want to give a quick how-to, so I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit.
Sure.
But is it the idea that we have to build in that extra half hour, that extra hour, but we have to make a second, third read-through part of our workflow? Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, as the more and more you do this, the quicker it will come. But if this is something that's a little bit new to you, you may want to just add in a little bit of extra time for editing, maybe get a second opinion, get an agency opinion on your communications.
And every cliche is a missed opportunity.
That's right.
to communicate who you
Yeah.
really are and what you're about.
Yeah, you really want to build in some terminology, some messaging that's unique to your organization and will really stick with your audience.
Mandy, awesome. Great job. Everybody, thanks for tuning in to this edition of Bohlsen Briefs. As we say at the end of all of these, we hope you'll pull this pair of briefs up one leg at a time. We think it'll be a great fit in terms of helping you be better at your communications, at your organizations. And we'll be back with another one of these very soon. See you then.